We're going to continue to bring the review heat in today's video, breaking down how I get 3, 4, 5% review rates with my Amazon brands. Today's video, we're going to walk through everything you need to know about landing pages. More specifically, how and where to drive your traffic from your product inserts to accumulate leads, to build an audience, and ultimately to drive significant review traffic. This is a review masterclass. As always, we're going to reveal it all, including my exact Manychat funnels that you can have access to at the end of this video. It's going to be good. I've built and led multiple 7-figure Amazon brands. Now, I'm setting out to share how I did it, with radically transparent and detailed weekly videos. Join the journey with me and break free. Welcome to Heist. Welcome back to Heist, my faithful subscribers. If you're new to the channel, we drop deep dive content and case studies on Amazon FBA tactics and strategies that I've used to build 7- and 8-figure Amazon brands. Today we are diving into part 3, or part 3 to my French Canadian brothers and sisters, of the Review Masterclass series. In part 1, which I'll link above and in the description below, we went through some of the core strategies that I use in each and every one of my products and brands. In part 2, we went into 5 distinct and effective product insert strategies that you can do to drive traffic and ultimately reviews to your listing. And today what we're going to do is build out what you actually can do in terms of landing pages and flows for what those customers can do from the product insert. So more specifically, I like to use Manychat, which is a really cool interactive software to accumulate leads and engage in active conversations via Facebook Messenger. So we're going to build all that out today. And as usual, if you stay through to the end, I'm going to break down how you can get each and every one of the flows that we discuss here today. So you can download them, you can tweak a couple things and implement them into your own brands. So without further ado, let's dive into my computer. So we're going to start out in Manychat. And this is basically a software program where you can walk through automated bot messages within Facebook Messenger. So it's a really interactive new way to market and engage in dialogue with your customer base in a scalable way. What I mean by a scalable way is you can build out automated responses and automated conversation sequences that you can step through to both get leads and contact information from your Amazon customers, which is critically important. And then down the line, obviously follow up for reviews or further dialogue and conversation with your customers. There's a free model available with most of the core features. And if you want to do some of the more advanced automations and some of the more advanced techniques, $10 a month for the software. I'll leave a link in the description if you want to get that. But I use it for a ton of my marketing, guys. I think it's a fantastic program. Again, I wouldn't recommend it or talk about it if I didn't use it myself. So we're going to build out flow using the spin to win insert. I'm choosing that one because it's probably the most complex. It uses kind of a random optimizer part of the flow, so it's a little bit more complicated. So I figured we build out the most complicated one. The other ones I've pre-built out. So the gift card insert, I've got a extended warranty insert, I've got a 40% off coupon insert, and I've got a free product insert flow that I've also built out that we'll quickly look through at the end of this video, and I'll obviously make it available. But I figured we at least select one and build it end to end, come over my shoulder for a step-by-step tutorial on how I go about building these flows. So we're going to build a flow number 1. We're also going to connect it to Google Sheets. So any of the customers that enter the flow and that interact with the flow will actually get a lead list that will spit off into a Google Sheets that we can use later for tracking or for customer outreach. We're also going to build a landing page using Manychat and show how to sync that and redirect that from a Shopify page to that Manychat landing page. So we're going to do it all encompassing, guys, show you end to end how we build out our product insert review funnels. So with that, I think the first thing that you're going to want to do, since we are using Google Sheets to integrate some of the data here, is within your Manychat account, you're going to come down to the settings icon here on the left side. And there's a whole fleet of things here that you can kind of select. We're going to actually select on the integrations. You'll see here I've already connected my Google Sheets account, which I've set up right here. But you just need to go in here, connect it. I think you enter your Google details, and then you can build out a Google Sheets which will feed all of the information that we want to track within this flow. So it's super simple. The one that I built, I've titled this one Heist Review Flow Lead List. You just need to go first name, last name, email. Those are the 3 core parts of information we're going to track so that we have an email list coming out of this. And then I like to keep a notes section here. So if you or your VA is following up with review requests or wants to track additional information about each one of your leads, you can include that here. So let's say that after a couple of weeks, you follow up with one of these customers that comes through this flow with a review request or to check in on how the product experience has been. You can put in the notes section attempt number 1 as an example, just to indicate the customer's actually shared with you that they actually left a review. You can leave on here left review or some note there so that you can kind of tag them for future activities and launches, knowing that they're a customer that likes to leave feedback for you. So you can put a lot of different stuff in that notes section. So once you've integrated your Google Sheets, we're basically ready to rock and roll and build out this flow. So the section that we're going to build out this flow on is going to be the automations icon there on the left. And more specifically, we're going to click on the flows one here. So you can see all the existing flows I've created. We're going to go to new flow here. Let's just say heist, spin to win, insert flow. Boom, create. All right, so let's get started from scratch here. Okay, so the first thing that we're going to want to do to trigger this, and again, we'll build the landing page after, but someone's going to click through on a landing page, and then it's going to enter into this messaging flow, which is going to take place within someone's Facebook Messenger. So in here, I like to just come in here and add text. So I pre-typed this in just to save time, so I'm just going to copy this one in. But it basically reads feeling lucky ? Threw a couple emojis in there for attention. In this example, I'm going to assume that we're giving away an Echo Dot. You can really make this a gift card. You can make this a product, a whole host of things that you're giving away. But in this circumstance or example, we're going to use an Echo Dot. So it says click yes below for a 1 in 3 chance to win an Echo Dot. Parentheses. And even if you don't win, there's a 25% off discount code in it for you. So you just click here and then you add a button, which they're going to click through. So I just like to put here, yes. Done. And then I like to throw an image above just to catch the attention. What's really cool about Manychat, you can drag and drop stuff. So it's pretty free flow and pretty easy to use. I built a couple of these images out that we're going to use today in Canva, which I'll leave a link to below as well. It's my go-to graphic software that's super easy and intuitive to be able to do. So I found this spin wheel thing on Google, just threw my logo in. You can obviously throw your company logo in here as well. And that kicks off the step number 1. So the next thing that we're going to do here to send the next message is actually going to be a user input. So we click on that here. And again, I've copied over this previously kind of typed in section, but it says here, to get started, please enter your email address below. This is really critical because it gives you access to them as a new lead or audience within your brand. So you can use that email not only to reach out to them if you've got additional review requests that you want to send, but more importantly, when you have future launches or additional information about your brand that's critical, you can use that email to broadcast out those messages via email. So you've got a new lead and a new asset within your brand. So I always try to get that email first. So on here, there's a free keyboard input and I want to get their email. So you just put here email. And that's that. You can save email to a system field. The other thing I like to do, despite the fact that this is an automated bot, you can add these time delays that basically replicate somebody typing. So it seems a lot more natural. So I like to put that before things are being typed out, just so it shows that while it's an automated system, it just feels a lot more natural. So now I've got the free keyboard input. If they're logged into Facebook, it's actually going to pre-populate the email used to log into their Facebook. So they can just click on that if they want to use that Facebook email. So it makes it super easy. Or if they want to override that automated email that's shown, they can just type in the email address that they prefer to be contacted on. So that's that. I like to add another delay afterwards. I'm going to just add some quick text here that just says, awesome, thank you. And then I'll add another time delay after that. And then here I'm just going to put spin the wheel below to see if you've won a free Echo Dot. And then I can add a button here and I'll just make this one spin. to win. And this is where I can, do the probability. In this case, I'm doing 1 of 3 people wins. So I can do this randomizer, which basically will send a certain message to 33% or 1/3 of the people that click on this button. And then the remaining 66% are going to get a different message. So you can imagine the 33% that win are going to get a very specific automated response set showing that they've won. And then the ones that haven't, those 66% of people that haven't won, it'll randomize that and it's going to send through the 25% off coupon code that they got despite not winning the grand prize of the free giveaway. So we're going to add the randomizer here. Hit done. And then as we go across here, I'm just going to go to this randomizer. 33%, and then 67%. All right. And then I'm going to send a message to this 33% of people that will actually win the Echo Dot in our case. And then I'll say something like, oh yeah, you've won. We just need your shipping details to send out your freebie. Actually, I had a delay before, then we'll add a delay afterwards. And then we can put here free input, so they have to reply. Enter your full name and shipping address below. And then we could just add some text here that says, awesome. If all looks good, please give us a few weeks to get your free Echo Dot mailed out. If you have any questions in the interim, let us know. Congrats and thank you. Thank you for the business. So that's it, guys. And they'll auto reply, and then you'll have that message response from them in your messenger. Again, there's a ton of different automations that you can do here. You can build out Zapier integrations and all this kind of crazy stuff. I like to keep it super simple so that I execute on stuff. I learned the basics. I know enough to be dangerous, but I don't like to overcomplicate things. You can certainly get a lot more sophisticated than what I've shown here. Let's build out the people that don't win here, though. So that's kind of path number 1. And again, Manychat's cool because you can kind of visualize all this stuff, so it's pretty neat that way. We're going to send a message here as well. Then I'll put something here like, dang it, didn't win the Echo Dot, but there is still some good news. Give us a few seconds and we'll generate you a custom 25% off coupon code for anything we sell on Amazon. And then on this delay, because I actually do it automated, I actually just generate a group code. Again, you can do automated things here that give singular use codes that kind of tie in. I just like to create a generic code that's used for a short time, and then I can go in and change it and adjust it over time so that people aren't replicating it and using it for every purchase. But again, simplicity beats perfection any day of the week, and I certainly like to go simple. So like I want to pretend that I'm actually generating a code here, so maybe I'll make this delay 10 seconds as an example. And then I built out a little image, this. So it says 25% off coupon code coming. And then I'll just do a text here. And then I can do like automated first name, so I can do first name here, so it makes it seem a little bit more personal. So I just added that in there. Okay, first name, here's your custom one-time use coupon code. Even though it's not one time, I just like to reiterate that so they don't try to use it multiple times. To use on anything in our Amazon store in the coming month. And again, I like to time bound that. A, so it enacts a sense of urgency and that they kind of feel some value in it, but 2, so they think that it's kind of an expired thing, and then I can change and rotate that code every month if I want to adjust it. And then I can just put in whatever the random code is that came out of Amazon, right? And then I'll put just search heist on Amazon to leverage your coupon code at checkout. Thank you so much for the business. You can have a link off here if you want to, instead of having you could add a button, you could add a website and have it open your storefront page if you want. I don't mind having them do the organic kind of type traffic just because it gives you some additional juice for your brand name. So that is that, guys. That's the flow. Pretty simple stuff. I don't know what that took us here, maybe like 8-10 minutes to build out. Gives us all the core information that we want. One thing I like to do though is to go back here to the original where they actually put in the email address, and you'll see here action on reply. And we can go ahead and add an action. And this is where we can capture and automate and populate that Google Sheets lead list that will give us the first and last name as well as the email address for every single person that enters their information in here. It will also serve as something for either one of your VAs, or if you want to manage this yourself initially, it'll give you that lead list on who you can follow up with on Messenger to respond to later on ask for reviews. I don't like to automate the review request flow as part of my automation here. I actually like to go in, or have my VA or team member go in and manually have a conversation. So a couple weeks after they've entered this flow, what I like to do is just manually follow up and just say, hey, how are you liking the product so far? And then go from there in a conversation, human to human interaction, and ultimately ask, hey, I know that the last thing you want to do today is leave a review, but it would really, really help us a ton, especially with this new product launch, if you could take a few minutes today and drop a review. So you can do that very conversationally, very human to human later on. So I like to do that more manually with me or my team to engage that, but you can absolutely build out automated review flows in here and have them like time bound. Hey, in 24 hours or in a day or in a week, follow back up and ask this series of questions or flows. But for a lot of reasons, I just like to have the human to human interaction down the line. But let's get this lead list built out so you can kind of go action here. And then if you scroll down, there's a Google Sheets action, and then you just select action, and then I'm just going to insert row. So it's going to ask all the different spreadsheets. The one that I created here was the Heist Review Flow lead list, sheet 1. And then it's got all the columns that I had there in the actual flow. So I can just go here. First name goes to first name. Last name goes to last name. And then finally the email that they entered, I can kind of throw in there. You can do a bunch of stuff here too. Like if they actually were one of the winners, we can have them tagged and do some custom tags in here so that I kind of have a list of who I actually may need to mail stuff out to. I can pre-populate the address information in here. There's a ton of different things here, but the raw basics that I like to get are the first name, last name, and email. And then everything on top of that, you can get as sophisticated as you want. But that's the flow, guys. So we'll just save this right here, and then we hit publish. And there we go. So let's just see what this looks like in Facebook. From a user experience standpoint, this is what it's going to look like. They're going to get a message like this, exactly how we showed it. Feeling lucky, and then we're just going to click yes. Let's see what the randomizer comes back with if we've won or not. It's going to ask for my email. Awesome, thank you. See the typing. All right, let's spin to win. Let's see what happens. And we did not win. We were part of the 67% that did not win. So it says give us a few seconds and we'll generate you a custom 25% off coupon code for anything we sell on Amazon. It's typing out here. 25% off coupon code coming. All this is automated, and boom. So before we go into the landing page side of things, if you guys are getting value and you are not one of my subscribers yet, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell. We drop videos like this every single week. Also give YouTube a little bit of what it likes, which is likes and comments. So if you're getting value, smash the like button. and leave a comment down below if you're getting any value out of this video or this channel. It would mean a ton. Any appreciation you could show to help grow the channel and grow the community would be extremely appreciated by me. All right, so let's build a landing page out of this sucker. So we're going to go to growth tools for the landing page. We're going to build this landing page out in Manychat as well. And go to new growth tool. And then if you slide down to landing page, that is the one that we're going to build out here. All of this stuff again is editable. I'll just put here heist spin to win landing page. You can edit the stuff just freeform here. Thanks for buying a heist product. And then I'll just put here actually so it's a little bit bigger. Now, let's see how lucky you are. Click send to messenger. Blow for a 1 in 3 chance to win an echo dot. Don't worry, even if you don't win, there's a 25% off coupon code for you. You also may want to put in here conditions apply. No purchase necessary. One entry per person. So you can throw some disclaimer language in there as well. I like to throw images in here, so I'm just going to drop one in here that I made here. I like to put it above the headline. Let's see if it comes in. So it's just coming up here. Typically you want to actually have this be like the product that they purchased on Amazon, just so it refreshes their memory a little bit. You could also include the giveaway, but either way, I like to throw an image at the top there. And then we'll hit next. And then this is just a thank you message. You can type in your custom copy here. I'm not going to really mess with that right now. And then this is where I'm going to actually, this is what triggers what it's actually going to trigger within Messenger once they click on that link. So we had the high spin to win insert flow. That's the one that we actually want to do. And then we go to setup. Now this is really critical, guys, and something that I do. I'm not going to get into how to actually create a Facebook pixel for your brand or your brand page on Facebook, but there's numerous videos on YouTube that you can find out about setting up your Facebook pixel. But definitely do that. Once you get the actual Facebook pixel ID number, you can plug that in here. Why this is important, and I'm going to get into this in the video next week when we get into some more advanced and elite level strategies for driving review traffic on Amazon, is you can retarget customers that have actually hit this landing page. So let's say you wanted to do a custom thank you video to your customers, or you wanted to ask customers for a review in the form of a more personalized video. You can go ahead and do that by using that Facebook pixel ID. And for future launches, if you want to get rid of those crappy rebate audiences that don't leave reviews or that negatively impact your actual listing or give you all the warnings and stuff that Amazon does not like, you can use these custom Facebook audiences to retarget additional offers to customers, more specifically those that have actually visited your insert pages before. So definitely try to get the Pixel Facebook ID and plug it in here. It's super valuable to have that data. But this basically here is going to give us a landing page URL, and then we are done. I'm just going to go ahead and save this. So we're done here. So obviously you've used likely a custom URL on the insert itself, or maybe even a QR code, but you're not going to be having this on your product insert. Manychat.com/16/107176827687503. People aren't going to type that up. It's going to be too hard to fit on your product insert. You're likely going to use what's called a vanity insert, which is your brand URL / say spin to win as an example. So we're going to go ahead and create a forwarding URL within our Shopify page. If you've got just a Namecheap URL or a GoDaddy URL or a WordPress page, just do a Google search on how to redirect the URL so you can customize this. But I have Shopify pages for all my brands, so I'm going to show you how I do it within Shopify so that when somebody types in that vanity URL from the insert, it will trigger them and forward them to this actual Manychat URL in this Manychat landing page. So copy URL to clipboard here, and then I'm going to run over to my Shopify store. Okay, so I'm going to block some stuff off here because this is actually the Shopify page for the brand I just launched back in January and the one that I've done all the case studies for. You'll see here that I've had 33 visitors that have come back for information on the product, etc. That's pretty normal for a day. But you come down to this online store section on the left-hand side here, and then you come down to navigation is what you want to click on. And then you'll see here on the top left, it's pretty hidden. It says URL redirects. That's what we're going to use to actually redirect here. And then I'm going to go create redirect. And then I'm just going to say redirect from spin to win. I'll just put a 1 there because I've actually used that URL before for one of my inserts. Like I said, it's the real deal, guys. This is stuff I actually use. And then you redirect to paste that Manychat page and then say redirect. Bada bing, bada boom. So it's got this, thanks for buying Heist product. See how lucky you are, all the stuff we just typed in. And then when I click send to messenger, triggers the flow. So in addition to this more complex spin to win insert, I've got a ton of flows. Here I've got the $5 gift card insert flow, that's what it looks like here. I've got the free product flow there. I've got a bunch of these flows that I'm actually going to pin down below how you can get access to it. Just click on that link and it's going to take you and give you any of these flows that you want that you can copy to your own page and build out these exact things for your brand. So that is masterclass number 3, guys. Pretty simple stuff, but you can see how we can begin to build an audience. We can begin to build contact information for our customers where we can retarget them via email, via Facebook ads, or via real-time dialogue within Facebook Messenger to drive product feedback and ultimately value for your brand. In the final video 4 next week, I'm going to dive into elite level, more complex strategies that I don't hear talked about really anywhere. And we're going to peel the onion back and show exactly what I do with some of these more complex approaches and how, more importantly, you can implement them into your Amazon brand. I've enjoyed it this far. I hope you guys have as well. If you have enjoyed it, like, comment, subscribe. You know the drill. We'll see you next week, guys. Cheers.